And this is still an issue.
You know what? I really can't understand how people give you advice on your life when they haven't used that advice on their own life or in their own life. I just don't understand. How do you expect me to use your advice in your life isn't effective for your own life? I just don't get it.
Be expecting all the success in the world, like, oh yeah, I did this and we talked, and I don't know if they're gonna put it to use. But if people know, like, if people don't see your life working out all the way, like how you're trying to tell them, it's not going to be effective. Like, they're not going to do it because it's not working in you. So why should they? I don't get it. That's like the blind leading the blind. I really
take my advice and don't give me any more damn advice. And the advice that you thought you were giving me, apply it to your own damn life,
please,
so that this will not be an issue any longer.
Like, no, that stuff is really crazy. I don't see it. And a lot of people are like that today. Just always wanting to give somebody advice or help somebody through their problems or help somebody do this. Not saying that you can't, be willing to help people, but you got to fix self first, honestly. And until, you start getting better with your life and or
being honest with your life, or honest with yourself, your downfalls, and other people will
want the advice.
Be willing to accept the advice. They'll be seeking the advice. But just for a reminder, quit giving advice until you use it in your own life. And we are not the same.
Okay, and then another thing, like titles. I don't know, it seems like now in like 2017 a lot of people, especially with like mothers, no matter the age, it's just a lot of people are really, they're basing their life off of titles, or just always want a certain type of awards or accolades for things that they should be doing. Like, for example, okay, mothers, you have a child, and
our apologies. We're not talking about people's moms, because everybody has a mom. I have one. My daughter has one. I'm her mother, and my mom has one. Even if she's dead and gone, she has one. So we're not talking about anybody's mother. We're just using that as an example because
it's very
issue.
Relevant. Yes,
it's still an issue.
It's just, it's crazy. Like, okay, parents, mothers, they'll have children, and okay, I'm doing this, I'm taking my son to school, I'm waking up, I'm cooking his dinner, her dinner, whatever the case may be. And I mean, that's cool, but you're supposed to be doing that. You want praise and awards for doing something that you have to do.
Your duty?
Like,
your duty.
That's your child.
That you made your duty. Nobody else made it your... Well, yeah, somebody else did. The baby daddy you chose. Or the husband you chose. Or the significant other. Or whatever you chose. Vice versa. Even if it's a man. You chose that woman to be your baby mother. You did the do. You cupcaked or whatever y'all calling it today.
Hopped in the DMs.
Or
and got it cracking.
And got it cracking. But we are all at fault for that. So it's not something you should get an award for. It's a job. It's one of your job descriptions as a parent, as a mother.
I'm just saying, keep doing your due diligence with your children, your child or whatever. But just, don't do it because you're looking for awards or handouts, or you want to be mother of the year or auntie of the year, father of the year. Like, I mean, who else is going to do it? It's your child. When you have a child, when you do all of that, those are things that come along with it. And I think that's where a lot of people today get it confused, whether you're an older parent, younger parent. They get confused. We get confused with the necessities and what's necessary. Taking your child to school, picking them up, washing their clothes, cooking food, all of that stuff, those are necessities, you know. But there's a difference between
and there are things to keep your ass out of jail. If you
that
do not
too.
take your child to school as
You're
a
going
parent,
to jail.
you're going to jail. It's anything under 18. You're either getting a fine, you're going to pay some penalties, you're going to jail. The kid will be taken away from you. Children's Services is gonna come get your ass, take your kids from you, and take you or the kids to jail. Somebody to children's jail or to adult jail, but somebody's going to jail.
Bye-bye, like you're gone. And that's what I don't get. I'm doing this, and be the first one to holler or post it on the gram or some form of social media, but what's your motive? Like, in all honesty, what are you really doing it for? Because you're doing it, I'm tired, I do this. Girl, you doing that so you don't be locked up.
Like, people nowadays live to be awarded and praised. I don't know if you guys know the difference from being awarded and rewarded.
There's a difference.
There's a difference. In the world, in society, you'll always receive an award. You'll receive an award for something, recognition for something. When you're a child of the King or a believer, as most of us claim and say that we are, claim to be, you are supposed to receive rewards, and
they constantly come.
You're means a repeat, which means over and over again, constantly, continuously. And I don't care what anybody says, I will take a reward over
any day.
A award any given day. Any given day.
A certificate, I mean, that's an award. A certificate, a one-time, woo, yeah, it's temporary. A reward is going to keep coming.
Our blessings, endless blessings, and not necessarily materialistic blessings. Not a car, not a house. Yes, you could get those things as a blessing, but that's not necessarily what he wants to reward you with. He wants to reward us with abundance of blessings beyond what you can even touch and imagine. I mean, I know we weren't trying to get on God, but if you guys know me, or if you know God, and how I raised them, God is going to always be in the topic no matter what, or in the issue. It doesn't matter what you want to call it.
No, yeah, I think that's also another thing. Like, a lot of people get caught up, and I think it's because a lot of people don't really understand the difference. And I think society and social media,
there's a lot to do with that.
It plays a big part on how a lot of people think. It has some people, and there's nothing wrong with thinking that way, but just try to understand. But it has a lot of people thinking that an award is a reward, and it's totally different.
They are not the same. The two are not the same
at all. And rewards, like my mom said, they don't have to be materialistic all the time. I mean, rewards. You're rewarded for your kids just, carrying on the legacy that you started. You're rewarded for how your kids act when you're not around. You're rewarded for your children not being in jail, for them continuing to go to school and just carry on the
posting things for the gram.
Yes.
I took my kids to school. I bought them some Air Jordans for school. Those are not a necessity. It doesn't matter what type of shoes they have on, just as long as they have the shoes.
Exactly. I didn't wear Airwalks before. Girl, we done went to Payless. What's the other shoe store? Is it D? What is it?
No. Payless was they play shoes.
Oh, well, not like that. But we wore all types of shoes. We didn't have to. The moral is basically, it doesn't have to be name brand. Just because your kid is walking in Jordans or some foams and they're $300, your child is 5 years old. What do he need with a pair of $100 shoes to go to school?
And can't even count to 100.
Can barely
you
count
do the math.
And this is still an issue. I don't know. That stuff is just...
So holla at you girls.
It's crazy.
In case you have some things that are still an issue.
Yeah. Let us know.
We'll pray together. Prayer and supplication. Where there's 2 or 3 touching in agreement, God is always in the midst. You guys remember that. We love you guys. This is a mother and daughter duo. First time making a video, but these are talks that we have every single day of our life. Love on your children, no matter how old they are. She's 19, about to be 20 in a few months. Love on your children. Discipline your children with love. Provide for your children. Provide basically love.
Yes.
It's not material things. Provide love. Love
Nurturing.
Love will go so far. Love conquers all. Love will be clothes for your children when they have to go to school.
Man.
But until next time, you guys, we love you with the love of the Lord. Talk to you later.
Let us know, comment, subscribe to the channel. Any questions you may have, comments, how we can make the videos better, any advice you may need, hit us up in the comments. We'll post our Instagram pages also, and any other social media pages we may have. But
remember, award and reward are two different things. Work to be rewarded, not work to be or receive an award.
Peace.